Have I always wondered about B2G, the business to government business model? No. I started wondering about it after having enough experience in startups, tech companies, non-tech companies, small businesses, big businesses, freelance projects, personal projects, and most important of all, after working in B2G sector. I wondered, why does nobody talk about it? Why don't universities teach it? Why don't books on businesses and technologies mention it? As if it does not exist? Governments spend trillions of dollars every year. Yet 99% of the entrepreneurs never try to sell to them. And universities? They barely mention it at all. Let's talk about what B2G is, how one can start it, and why nobody teaches it on purpose. If you understand this business model, you will never look at businesses the same way again. When people talk about business models, they usually mean B2C, selling to consumers, B2B, selling to other businesses, companies, and other organizations. But there's a third one, bigger than both combined in many countries, that is B2G, business to government. This is how companies sell softwares, infrastructures, defense, healthcare system, education platform, and services to the governments directly. But here's the crazy part. Governments are slow, bureaucratic, and bad at innovation, which makes them perfect customers. If you know what you are doing. What B2G actually is? Let me strip the theory out. B2G is simple. You solve a problem the government cannot solve internally, and you sell the solution through contracts, tenders, and long-term agreements. Traffic management system, cybersecurity solutions, healthcare technologies, military logistics, biometric solutions, surveillance systems, blah blah blah. Most governments use systems built 10 to 20 years ago. That gap, that's your opportunity. Now let's talk about the uncomfortable question. Why don't universities teach this? B2G is political. B2G is deeply connected with politics, regulations, and public money. Universities prefer a clean model that does not involve power, lobbying, or bureaucracy. B2G is not sexy. You cannot pitch B2G like a startup fairy tale. It's not like I have built this app in my garage and scaled to millions of users. It's slow, boring, and paperwork heavy. Until the money hits, and the money is big. Professors usually have never done B2G. Most professors have never sold to governments. That is what they know. Like case studies. B2G does not fit the current exam system. It's practical. It's about relationship, timing, compliance, and trust. It cannot fit the multiple choice questions. Most students graduate thinking B2C and B2G are the only games in the town. Let me be very honest about how B2G actually works. Governments buy trust before innovation. They don't want the perfect solution. They don't want the best solution. They want the safest one. Your product can be average, your solution can be average, but if you are reliable, compliant, you win. B2G is slow, but it's sticky. Sales cycle can take 6 months, 1 year, even more, even 10 years. But once you are in, contracts renew, budget repeat, and your competitors struggle to replace you. In B2G, relationships matter more than marketing. No ads, no funnels. You win by understanding how the procurement officers think, bureaucrats work, and politicians react. There is even more important thing than that. You need insider information. You need to have close relationship with everyone, from the procurement officers, bureaucrats, politicians, even the clerk in that office, to get the insider information so that you can prepare your paperwork and prepare for the project before your competitors know.
The reality is even harsher than that. Bad and dirty reality. Sometimes, or even most of the times, depending on the country, you need to bribe the government officials. The bidder with higher amount of bribe wins the contract, kinda magically. That's how it works.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. How to actually start a B2G business. First of all, you have to remember that Governments don't buy visions. They buy solutions to the annoying problems. Don't think like you are going to change the universe. You are going to change the world. You are going to change the country. Niche it down. Be specific. Pick a small problem at the beginning before scaling up. Pick something like digital attendance system for the public schools, public medicals, internal workflow automation for visa permits, complaint management system for police stations, something like that. Study one government, not all. Don't say, I sell to the governments. Say, I sell to this ministry in this country. Read their budgets, look at their tenders, study what they already pay for. This is a free market research and nobody does that. You have to learn procurement like a language. Most people lose B2G deals not because their product sucks, but because they don't follow the rules. You have to learn compliance, learn how tender works, learn compliance, learn documentation. This is boring, and this is also where 90% of the competitors disappear. That's your opportunity. Your first deal will not be national, or don't chase for the national projects. It can be a municipality, a department, a pilot project. But once you have a one government client, selling to the next one becomes 10x easier. Now the big question is, who B2G is perfect for? B2G is not for everyone. If you need fast dopamine hits, just skip it. If you hate fighting for hundreds or thousands of other startups for the same user base, B2G is good for you. With big money, stable cash flow, and even power, B2G is for you. If you can maintain the good relationships with government officials, the leaders, the politicians, and if you can gather the insider information, it is better for you. There is another big factor to enter this market. You have to be rich, or you have to have rich investors. You need very good financial backing. Most of the times you won't get payment early. Even the payments are not guaranteed as promised by the government within the time frame. So you have to be able to run the company smoothly without firing your employees to run B2G projects. If you are thinking like that, okay, this project might run for 6 months, I'm taking employees on contract for 6 months, then firing them, and after 3 months I'm going to hire more employees for the next project, then you are going to lose. No, you cannot win. You need loyal employee base. Most B2G projects are sensitive. You just cannot let your employee come and go. You need them to be loyal. You need to give them proper payment. The salary should hit as early as possible so that all of them is still loyal to you. Many quite millionaires are in B2G. You just never hear about them. This market is kinda dark world. So if you want big money, stable cash flow, and power without the need for fast dopamine hit, B2G is for you.